Hey Virgo Ascendant, it's Michelle, your practical priestess here at Divinely Genuine. So hey and welcome. I hope the sound and the audio and visual are okay. I'm having to use a different phone as I've been having technical difficulties all day with this stuff. So I do apologize. Hopefully I will get better equipment real soon. So I did say this is for Virgo Ascendant. If you're a Virgo Sun or Moon, welcome, but this is not the right video for you, unless you also have a Virgo Ascendant. So to figure that out, you'll go to astro.com or just Google your natal birth chart, and you will need your time of birth for that. Yeah, and then a chart will come up once you get there, and it'll be divided by the 12 zodiacs. It'll be split in half by the ascendant and the descendant, where the sun was ascending or rising with quotations, as in it's also called a rising sign, okay? That's why. And where the sun was descending at the time of your exact time of your birth. The ascendant is very important as it sets up the entire chart, okay? Your entire chart is ruled by whatever planet your ascendant is ruled by. The first house right here, the triangle that has a number 1, the first house is the ascendant as well, so whatever zodiac is there, that's your ascendant. On astro.com, there'll be like a key at the bottom left, and it'll say AC Virgo, AC Cancer, AC Scorpio, whatever it may be, and that's your ascendant. Alright, so let's get to it. I have Commune with Spirit, blessed deck for you, Virgo Ascendant, and we're ready to get to it. Oh, yeah, so the point of me doing the Ascendant is to give you a little bit of astrology as well. So for you guys, Pisces rules your 7th house of other relationships, the descendant, and can also rule the justice system. The descendant is the energy we know the least. It's partnerships, it can be business partnerships, it can be romantic relationships. Relationships of all kind are seen in this house. The ideal relationships for ourselves, the ones that we may get along with the best, are found in the opposite of our ascendant, in the descendant, or found in the 7th house. So for you guys, y'all have Pisces there, okay? So Virgo Ascendant with Pisces in the 7th, it's going to be affecting your relationships this full moon. When you pull up that chart, if you have any planets around 3 degrees, it will affect you that much more in whatever way the planet speaks to us, as the full moon's at 3 degrees. So let's see what the cards have to say about your relationships, Virgo Ascendant. Whoa. And again, I'm using the Tarot Illuminati and Dream Virtues Healing Fairy cards. So we're starting out with the Hanged Man. Okay. The Major Arcana card. Where you be, chickadee? Where you be, chickadee? Sorry. There it is. Nope. Aha. It's the Dark Night of the Soul. Surrender, letting go and giving in, sacrifice, turning inwards, seeing things from a different angle, a pause in activity or plateau, serenity, suffering for no reason. We have to, especially Virgo, any Virgo archetype, you have to realize that a lot of the suffering we put on ourselves through our own thinking, okay? So I would look at your thoughts and evaluate like what you're putting on yourself. There's no need to suffer. Seeing the bigger picture, giving into your higher self, the dark night of the soul, descent into the underworld, staring into the abyss. So it is reversed, actually. So you may feel restrictive or blocked in these areas. of surrendering, of letting go. You may be trying to hold on too tightly. And as this is speaking to y'all's relationship house, I would say you may be holding too tightly to relationships that are not for your higher self. So you need to give in to that. You need to surrender, okay? And it does feel hard at times because we can't see the good that's lined up for us. We have to first surrender. Then we've got the Tower card. The Tower is representing destruction of the self and ego. It's chaotic. The destruction of the self at the edge of the abyss. Sudden destruction and devastation, catastrophe, destruction of the ego or sense of self. Painful awakening and realization, a bolt out of the blue, removal of constructs in your life. Fall from grace, falsely built parts of your life torn down. Hubris, revelation through extreme pain. So already I have to mention divine connections. People call them twin flames. Any divine connection that will wake up love in a person that has maybe been lacking or lying dormant, that will onset spiritual awakening, those kind of divine connections, pure unconditional love that is soul shocking. When I see the Hanged Man, no matter that it's reversed, and it's representing the dark night of the soul, and then we've got the Tower representing chaos and reconstruction of self, I automatically go to the twin flame connection or a divine connection. I don't personally believe that we are to be with just one person our entire lives. It is a beautiful thought, and I also would like to say I don't disbelieve that either. I just don't think we're there yet. I don't think that we understand love that way. We're so far from it. I do believe that as we learn and grow more in love as a collective and embracing and redefining love, that will be a thing that we see, our relationships lasting longer than, like, you know, everyone gets divorced now. Gosh, sorry. So I meant to say all that because when I'm speaking of the twin flames or divine connections, I'm not trying to say this is the person you're supposed to be with forever. But there's an undeniable thing that happens with these type of relationships that will spark the soul for awakening. Okay? So I would like to at least acknowledge that space and hold space for that, whether you believe in the things or not. I just want to put that out there. So for you guys that have experienced this and are walking into the dark night of the soul, know that that encounter or relationship was meant for you to grow in love and to lose the ego so that we can create a planet of unconditional love, raising the vibration and giving love a new meaning. Not so much for you and the person, okay? It does not mean that you and the person won't be together, but there's a larger focus, and it's self-love that needs to be taken from that. We've got the Seven of Cups reversed. Seven of Cups reversed is speaking to choices, I believe. Cups represent our emotions, and seven is the house that this full moon is affecting you guys in, which is our relationship. Actually, the Seven of Cups is the power of the imagination. The imagination and what it can create, daydreams, illusions, seduction, difficulty distinguishing between illusion and reality, hallucination, uncertainty, smoke and mirrors options to choose from. Not all is as it appears. Yes, so whatever is going on with your divine counterparts, whomever Spirit has brought into your life, and now you're experiencing this dark night of the soul, this destruction of self, and having some resistance to being able to use your imagination and to see outside of the situation. There is so much more at play here than what we can see, okay? Keep that in mind, and let's go to your Healing Fairy card, and it's quiet time. You guys can do this, Virgo Ascendant. For sure. Turned right to it. You need some time alone, away from other people and environmental noises. Even a brief respite would be extremely rejuvenating for you. Sometimes we're not cognizant of the detrimental impact of stress in our life. We become so accustomed to living in an uproar that we're not aware when our body is telling us that it's an overload. The symptoms include illness, unusual fatigue, depression or anxiety, appetite and weight issues, addiction, sleep disorders, irritability, and a desire to withdraw from life. By drawing this card, you're being asked to honor your body and soul by spending some quiet time alone. As soon as possible, this might mean go on a silent retreat, spending the day at a lake, beach, or in the mountains, taking a hike, or visiting a day spa. You can even turn off your phone, put a do not disturb sign on your door, and take an afternoon nap, a long bubble bath, or read your favorite book. Regardless of the form that your quiet time takes, the fairies just ask that you keep this promise to yourself without delay, which is a great practice of self-love, which has to come. The affirmation for you Virgo Ascendants during this full moon in Pisces, and it's a big one, it is. It's completing the eclipses we had. Affirmation, I now give myself permission to be silent within and without. My mind is quiet and I enjoy my own company. Give yourself some peace. Give yourself that time, Virgo Ascendant. I love you guys. Like, subscribe, share. Share if you feel led. If you're interested in my services, you can find those at divinelygenuine.com. And I thank y'all so much. I hope you have a great full moon, and don't forget to howl at the moon. I love y'all. Peace.